think this is the most addictive piece ever written. When I was a teenager, I used to play it for hours on end with my friend Sarah. And we sometimes would play it at the same time on the piano. Sometimes we'd have races and see how fast we could play the first 4 bars. And we absolutely loved it. And we were totally addicted to playing it. So if you want a piece that you want to practice, this is it. Definitely. The thing it's all about is evenness of semiquavers. So it's got to sound, but the fact that you play it loads because you want to practice it is a great thing. If you feel that certain notes are rushing, caterpillar, 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 caterpillar going on in your head really helps. Trying to feel like your 2 hands as one, doing this lovely long line. Listening to a good recording loads will really help it be in your head so that you have the right rhythm sounding in your head, not the version that you've been practicing at home that you've made your own. More bent fingers, really play on your tips to be totally in control would be a good idea. The great thing about the piece is that the main theme that's only 4 bars long happens in C minor, the original key, then you do it in the dominant, then you do it in the subdominant, and then you have a lovely safe ending because it's back in C minor again and you really know that bit really well. Almost half the piece is that theme. So that's great. That's the straightforward bit, I would say. For me as a teenager, lines 2 and 3 were really hard to get even, and I found that with my students as well. That needs quite a lot of work and sort of to work out the balance of your hands to keep it totally even, and my left hand would sometimes rush, so you've just got to really control that. Other things, the staccato staccato chords that happen in the left hand, you've got to lift if you want a good sound. The bits that go under it, that's quite hard to really get your positions good and to make sure that you've leant over to your little finger because he's so weak, so that definitely all the notes play. So there are tricky things in it for sure, but it is so much fun. The title Solfeggio, or Solfeggietto as I know it, but sometimes you see it called Solfeggio, probably is a lean to the solfa system that they have in Europe, use a lot. We don't really use it in England, sadly. It's all about ear training and about knowing the keys of things. Must be why it's called that, because in fact we do it in the tonic, the subdominant and the dominant. Must be an exercise that he thought he would create, but the fact that it's his most famous work, that it's lasted over 250 years, is because it's an absolutely great piece. So enjoy. Here's a slow motion version which might help you understand the music and who plays what. You can do any fingering, not that don't do any fingering. There is a couple of good fingerings you could do. I like doing the theme always the same fingering, even when it's in the dominant. Some editions say do a different fingering there, but I think for my students, I like them having the same thing all the time and getting really good at that. There are many editions out there. Be careful, because if you choose one that doesn't have the full ending, I don't think that's as good. In the exam, you're allowed to do any edition for this. I've chosen the one from this book because that's the one I had. As I say, there are loads out there, but be careful. Sometimes there's different notes in bars 22, 20, 25 left hand. I'm used to actually doing octaves there, but this edition said not. Watch out for that. You can do any edition that you want to do, but I would definitely get the version that has the long ending. The shorter ending is a bit unsatisfying. Anyway, those are all my tips. Enjoy one of the best pieces in the world. Bye.